evening and welcome here to one and all. It is good to see everyone here. As I was sitting back there, I was realizing there's some people that have been here for many years and have been here for many programs, and maybe there's some people here that it's your first time here and enjoying the evening together. So whether you fall in at one spectrum or the other, or somewhere in between, welcome, and we are excited to have you here. Turn with me in your songbooks to song number 964. We want to start with a song, and yes, the school children will be coming in and singing. They want to stand around the perimeter for their first song, so they will be coming once we give the time to them. Why don't we all stand for this song? And some of the reason for this song is I had to think about going and shining our light from Jesus. And who is the giver of our life? That is Jesus, thou giver of life. Thou giver of life and thou source of all truth, I turn to thee now in the days of my youth. Thou hast shown me my weakness, my proneness to stray. For youthfulness binds me to wisdom's pure ray. O Savior, I know thou wast also my youth, and all through thy life thou didst walk in the truth, and thou knowest youth's dangers, its valleys, its highs, the changes, the choices, the griefs and delights. O perfect example, unchanging thou art, I make thee forever the guide of my heart. May I mirror thy image of glory, I pray. Through youth and through life as thou leadest the way. Please remain standing, and let's bow our heads for prayer. Lord, we thank you that thou art the giver of life, and I pray that you would be that in each one of our lives. We thank you for the opportunity to have a Christian day school, and God, we thank you for faithful teachers, for faithful patrons, and for faithful students. Together, Lord, that we could serve you better. I pray your blessing and peace upon the evening. Praise in your name. Amen. Thank you. You may be seated. And at this time, we will turn the time to Mr. Yoder and the children.
Well, we are glad to have you here. We appreciate your interest in the school. We appreciate your support of the school. And tonight, we want to praise the Lord for His faithfulness. He has led us through another year, and we want to celebrate that tonight. That's what we're doing here tonight. Our theme is Go Light Your World. We want to receive the light from Christ. We want to shine our lights, and we want to go and spread our lights. We're going to notice those three different aspects of light as we go through the program. Enjoy it. We're happy this evening to have 6 preschoolers, so they're going to join us for the next 2 songs. So preschoolers, come on up and find your places.
14 through 16.
Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men good works, and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it
Shine, 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 shine. Take this little light, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let
let your light shine around the world. Hold out your light, you heaven-bound soldier. Hold out your light, you heaven-bound soldier. Hold out your light, you heaven-bound soldier. Let your light shine around the world. Brother, brother, hold out your light. Brother, can't you hold out, brother, brother, hold your light. Let your light shine around the world. Oh, brother, hold out your light, you heaven-bound soldier. Hold out your light, you heaven-bound soldier. Hold out your light, you heaven-bound soldier. Let your light shine around the world. Sister, sister, hold out your light. Sister, can't you hold out, sister, sister, hold your light. Let your light shine around the world. Oh, sister, hold out your light, you heaven-bound soldier. Hold out your light, you heaven-bound soldier. Hold out your light, you heaven-bound soldier. Let your light shine around the world. Christian, Christian, hold out your light. Christian, can't you hold out, Christian, Christian, hold your light. Let your light shine around the world. Hold out your light, you heaven-bound soldier. Hold out your light, you heaven-bound sister. Hold out your light, hold out, Christian. Let your light shine, 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 let it shine. Hold out your light. There's a few of us that will not be back at school next year, and so we are planning to sing a song. Blessed are the poor in spirit, yielded to God's holy will. There's the kingdom, there's the riches, he their poverty will fill. You are the light of the world, a city set on a hill cannot be hidden. So let your light shine before others, that they may glorify God who is in heaven. Blessed are the hungry, thirsty, longing for God's righteous grace, to transform earth's darkest corners. Satisfaction is their place. You are the light of the world.
set on a hill cannot be hidden. So let your light shine before others, that they may glorify God who is in heaven. Blessed are the persecuted, serving those who do them wrong, serving Christ by suffering gladly, great reward to them belongs. You are the light of the world, a city set on a hill cannot be hidden. So let your light shine before others, that they may glorify God who is in heaven.
The next part of the service is going to be a celebration of those who have completed school this year. And there are two young men, Jonas Butts and Caden Martin, who have completed their term of school and they are graduating. So before we turn the time to them, we want to have a commencement address by Caden's grandfather, Reuben Yoder. We are honored to have him here. We'll turn the time to you, Reuben, when you finish. Then we'll have the two speeches, and then we'll do the presentation of the diplomas.
It's a joy and a privilege to be here and participate in this special event, especially for those of you that are terminating your formal time of training, schooling, let's say. And so may God bless you in a special way. The emphasis this evening on the light. I just have to say a few words about that. You know, back in the old day, if you were to go back to the time of the 10 virgins story, you know, they had lights too. You see those over in the Holy Land, and they make those of clay. And I'm thinking of that in relation to school. So school is a time when you are allowing the potter to make the lamps, yeah? Great time. Those little clay pots are being formed, and then the time comes when they're filled with oil, and then you put that wick in, and you light it, and you trim it, and it burns brighter, and all of that. That's school. What an appropriate theme for the evening. But then there's a little dimension yet beyond that, and I heard you say that you want those lights to shine just around Mission Home. I heard you talk about those lights going to the world. The world is a dark place. The world needs those lights. Let them burn bright and prepare yourself for God's assignment to the world. There's a picture in my mind this evening that I'm going to use to frame or preface my thoughts further for this little address. And it goes back to an incident that took place in faraway Shavar, Bangladesh. We were on a project there working with handicapped people, and we were kind of out in the back in a little facility there looking at artificial parts that make life better for people that lose limbs and have difficulties and so on. And as we came walking out, I saw and observed a scene, and it was quite interesting, to say the least. There was a group of men and boys on a basketball court, and they were playing basketball. The difference is they were doing it from wheelchairs. Now that's different. I've seen basketball playing pretty officially, professionally done. I've seen it done otherwise. And I stopped and just observed what was going on. They were playing effectively. Now, this could have been a scene of chaos. These people were in wheelchairs, and they were zipping around, and they would let go of the wheels in time to catch the ball. They would pass it. They would sail past each other. And as I watched, they scored. The ball went where it was supposed to go, and they were doing it from a wheelchair. Less than ideal circumstances, yeah? At least it looked that way to me. Now, it's one thing to play basketball with full body function. It's another to do it when there's great odds against you. And I'm going to just suggest, and I have no idea what basketball is going to look for you graduates from here. And I'm not just talking about the basketball as such. I'm talking about life. And we're talking about scoring, the ability to score when we need to do so in the face of circumstances that are just perhaps less than ideal. I don't know what your circumstances are, but life says that there are times and circumstances like that, are they not? If you don't know about that, I'm going to just suggest that you will probably find out as you go on in life. So there was nothing really different about the court. It was a basketball court. It looked the same size. The hoops were the same. It looked like they were the same height. The markings on the concrete looked the same. And it looked like the rules may have been the same. Maybe they altered them some, I'm not sure. But it looked like they were doing it the right way. And yet they were doing it with a backdrop of needing to use extra coordination and so on. Now, I'm focusing tonight on the word score. You've probably figured that out by now, and I'm going to be using an acrostic a little later to illustrate 5 points. But before I get there, you have probably not had a day in the last number of years, especially in your time in school, that you have not used the word score, right? Pretty standard, because the scoring table is there. And so the scoring table was a place of expectation, right? It was a place of anticipation. It was a place of taking education to a new level. Yes, that's what happened at the scoring table. It was a place of achievement. It was a place of progress. You've probably finished the one in school, but you're going to step up to a new one. You're going to step up to a new scoring table, and it's going to be a little different. And I'm challenging you tonight to score well. Those of you graduating in particular, life is going to bring challenges, maybe some big ones. Remember that without challenges, you probably won't change. Allow challenges to change you in the right way and prepare you more effectively for life and the likelihood of scoring even better the next time. So, how can we score well? Using the word score, and I forgot to look at my time. I'll try to keep track. So, using the word score, S-C-O-R-E, 5 words. You can remember that. And I did this so you can get a little something to go by. The first word, S, is to serve. Serve to score. Serve well to score. To serve is to be a servant. We know that. To serve is fulfilling a role. It's fulfilling a purpose. And if God is your master, then service is associated with joy, with blessing, with fulfillment, with power, and with purpose. Now, David of old is going to be our example, learning to serve small to score big, learning to score from a wheelchair to take the giant, the monster that dared to defy the armies of the living God. And he did so with a little smooth stone. When I think about David, I think about this nice scene where there's a little shepherd boy. He's out there under a shade tree, and around him is knee-high alfalfa, and there's flowing water. He's playing on his harp. The birds are singing. Everything is good. No problem. It's not that way. I've walked around those fields, maybe in close proximity where David was when he was out there taking care of those, what did his elder brother say, those few sheep in the wilderness? Whatever it was, when David came out to the army, wasn't very kind to him actually, but that's what David was doing. He was out taking care of a few sheep in the wilderness because he was serving his father, but beyond that, he was serving his assignment. He was serving those few sheep in the wilderness. What a lowly task. And if you were to walk around over there, you would see it's not knee-high alfalfa. It looks like a very barren, dry place. It gets hot and dry in the morning. The grass comes up, little sprigs, and the sheep get them. And after the sun comes up, the rest dry up and it's gone until the next day. That's kind of what it looks like out there. So David was there, and he served his father effectively. Those few sheep in the wilderness. It is there that a bear and a lion met their fate. Take a challenge, all right? Learn to do big things in a small way, small things maybe in a difficult way. Learn to do it well. The lion and the bear, the obstacles, and no match. It's going to be okay. I challenge you. David served God. He had a heart for God. Served his father. Dad calls him. And by the way, you finished your education here in school. But don't forget, you need Dad. You need others. You need Mom. Yeah, we still need them. David served his father so well. Dad calls. David says, here I am. He said, take this cheese and run out to your brothers and see how they're doing, see how the armies are doing. And so David leaves his few sheep with qualified help, and he goes out there. And when he gets out, his brothers were not kind to him. Who are you? Why are you away from your responsibility back there in the wilderness, out here to see what's going on here? They weren't so kind to him. But David, as a servant, simply squared his shoulders and he said, who is that monster out there that dares to defy the armies of the living God? This cannot be right. And word gets to the king, and the king calls this little fair, complected stripling in that has gotten good with doing simple things with a harp and a stone. And David says, lion and a bear? He wasn't arrogant. He just said, lion and a bear, no problem. I'll go out there and take care of that monster. He has defied God. I'm going to go get him. And he did. In Psalm 84, just following up on that a little bit, it talks about people that are able to go into dry places. It talks about the valley of Baca, maybe a lonely place, maybe some scrub out there. Doesn't sound like a real fancy place or anything. And as they go through there, they take that situation and they turn it into a well of water for those coming behind. That's scoring well as a servant. God is calling you to do that. As you go, score well, especially on the behalf of those that come behind. So, number one, score well by serving God, community, church, the kingdom of Christ, kingdom developments, kingdom programs where you can participate and be a blessing. Get involved. The C, score with character. Score with character. Character is who you are. Actually, character is who we are when no one's around, no one's watching. Okay, that's who we really are. Character is giving up what I desire to become what I need to become. Good character is a solid foundation for life. Character enables you to fail, but immediately bounce back a better person. Actually, while I wouldn't wish failure for any of you, graduating or otherwise, failure is a great teacher. And hopefully through times when we may stumble or fail, we end up being the better by it. Character. When everything that makes me is stripped away, what is left is my character. Paul in 2 Corinthians 3:18 says it this way, but we with open face, beholding as in a glass the glory of the Lord, are changed from glory to glory, even as by the Spirit of the Lord. That's the development of character. It has been wisely said, and I quote, "The content of your character is your choice. Day by day, what you choose, what you think, and what you do is ultimately what you become. So, view your circumstances as God's preparation for you for greater effectiveness in His kingdom. I am not what happens to me, rather, I am what I choose to become through what happens to me." Character. Score by serving. Score with character. Score, number 3, by going the 100%. 100%. And I'm talking here about scoring by the development of the whole person. Very, very important. Personal development, personal discipline, and this could include things like diet and right values. We'll talk about that just a little bit. But remember, young men, getting by isn't good enough. Getting by is not good enough. The expectation is higher. Don't allow complacency, mediocrity, or flabbiness, that kind of thing. Let's talk a little bit about our relationship with God. Go 100% in your devotional life, in your relationship with God. Be systematic. Develop the whole person. Journal, pray, and so forth. Eating habits. Stay physically fit. Think about those 3 Hebrew boys. They were salad eaters, right? They were fair, and I'm not suggesting that that's our format. It is surely okay. Be included. I love salad as well. But yeah, I'm just going to give a little illustration. Now, this is not, I got to be really careful because I'm talking to young boys that probably like Pepsi, but my wife and I were at the dentist's office here a few days ago, and I came out from the back, and my wife was visiting with a lady in the front. And this lady, she was a feisty little lady, just trim, and she was 87 or 9 years old, something like that. And she was fit and fine and just a little spitfire. And they were visiting, and we're talking, and she even talked some spiritual things, but as we were talking there, it's just like I wonder what the secret is to a person being that age, not that that's old, I better be careful with myself here, but being, like 80, let's just say 89 years old. And so I asked her, what's the secret? What's the secret to being the way that you are at this age? She thought a little bit and she said, I drink a Pepsi every day. I said, oh, you're supposed to be dead at 60. Okay? No, okay. A little bit like another older person, and she was in her 90s. I think maybe she was pushing 100, and she was just this bubbly kind. You couldn't stop her, she's just always on top. And so I asked her one time what the secret is to being nearly 100 years old and just being the turbocharger still works and just being on top of life and so on. And she said, eat a bowl of ice cream every night before going to bed. And I said, yeah, surely it's organic or, A2 base or, no. She said anything that's on sale. That's okay. My point, though, here is, yes, we emphasize, and rightly so, developing the spiritual man, being strong and so forth. But it's also important that we develop the whole person. Eat right, sleep right, floss your teeth, comb your hair. If there's church going on, dress up for it. Be men of character. 100% work ethic. Work 6 days, then rest. Work to give. Work to share. Work to be a blessing. God gives you strength. He gives you muscle. He enables you to do a lot of things. Use it for His glory. Go 100%. Score with resilience. Score with resilience. Resilience is this idea, real briefly, of being able to, we go forward and maybe we bounce back. Maybe 3 steps forward, 1 or 2 back, and then forward again. Resilience. But keep on. Resilience is not the absence of struggle. Actually, genuine resilience is the capacity to be moved by difficulty, feel it fully, and find a way forward. Failure is not the end of the story, but it is one of the best teachers. Allow your back to bend, but keep your feet anchored where they belong. Don't forget that. Life will not get easier, and so you must choose to become stronger. Following God will always take you up and never down. I need to finish. The E, score. Score with resilience. Score to engage, or engage to score. Let's say it that way. Engage to score. Look for opportunities and engage them. An opportunity is an opportunity unless you engage that opportunity. It's still just an opportunity. Engage opportunities, as in look for ways to testify. Look for ways to share your belief. There are people, sometimes they ask me, so are you Amish? And I say, well, actually, that's where my roots are. So you're Amish. And I say, thank you for asking. Let's talk about it. It's a great platform. I say this kindly, but sometimes people get asked, are you Amish? No, I'm not Amish. No. A great opportunity to talk about belief and why you live your life the way that you do, and the values that you have, and why. It's a great time for you to practice, to take ownership of your faith, to be able to tell anyone, anywhere, what you believe, why you believe the way that you do, and how it translates itself to life. What an opportunity. Pose things that invite questions. Engage opposition. Engage opposition. The adversary is around us. The enemy is around us. His program is to get thorns and weeds and dead wood and trash and things to occupy our hearts. Don't let him do it. Engage the opposition, and as Peter, get thee behind me, Satan. I was reading recently in Deuteronomy, and I'll just kind of leave this kind of at the end here, but in Deuteronomy, Israel is about to take the promised land, and it's a picture of going on the offensive. Engage the offensive there. And the injunction is to love the Lord your God with all your heart. Take the offensive. Love him. Serve him. Cleave to him. Lay up his words. Be strong. Take heed. Guard against deception. Go into that land and possess it. Take it. Sow there. Gather there. Be fruitful there. That's taking the offensive, is it not? It's a great picture. And then, by all means, when you meet up with challenges, think about Caleb. You know, he's an old man. I don't know how old he was, 80 maybe, something like this. And they're talking about inheritance and what he gets for his work, and Caleb says, just give me another mountain. I want the one where the giants are. We'll take them. I want a mountain, and I want one with the giants. Engage God and engage others. And my final advice is engage God. Matthew 6 and verse 33, my parting advice. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. And I paraphrase, to seek God and his righteousness. And to do so, translate that to life, you will score well. God bless you as you continue from here.
Tonight, I acknowledge that I am not here because of my own efforts, but there has been many individuals that have invested hardly time, a lot amount of time over the years. First of all, Anthony Warner, and then Miss Melissa, and then Miss Naomi, and then Miss Hannah Yoder, and then Mr. Yoder, and then Ivan Peachy, which he's somewhere here, and also Mr. Peachy, Micah Peachy. And I want to thank all of y'all for investing your time in me and getting me to the place where I am right now. It means more than words can say. I also think it's a privilege that Miss Melissa has been here the whole time I've been through school, ever since 3rd grade when we first came here, and she's got to see me go through middle school and then through high school and then my graduation, and also Mr. Yoder too, ever since 7th grade, and that means a lot to me. I also want to thank both my parents, Stephen and Catherine, also for the amount of time and money they have put into investing in me and giving me the opportunity to go to a Christian school, and I want to thank both of y'all for that. It also means a lot to me. And also, Caden, I have been really privileged, and I count it a blessing also that I've had you ever since 3rd grade as my only classmate. And there's been many times where you have motivated me to keep me going, and many good memories made together throughout school, and I really appreciate it, and I'll never forget that. I also want to thank the high school classroom of this year. I really enjoyed this year, and I enjoyed getting to know some of y'all more, and also just how all of us interacted with each other. I really enjoyed it, and that also means a lot to me, and I encourage y'all to keep that going next year. I'm going to leave y'all with a quote. Hate has 4 letters, and so does love. Enemies has 7 letters, and so does friends. Lying has 5 letters, so does truth. Negative has 8 letters, and so does positive. Cry has 3 letters, and so does joy. Wrong has 5 letters, and so does right. Hurt has 4 letters, and so does heal. What I have gotten out of this quote is that life is filled with both positive and negative things. And my encouragement to y'all is don't focus on the negative things, but rather dwell on the positive things that have happened and dwell on those, and your attitude and demeanor will be way better than you focusing on the negative things. And that's all I have.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome here. Thanks to all who showed up this evening for this. As I reflect over the last years of school, I'm so grateful, first of all, for God and His leading in my life, but also for all my different teachers and my parents as well for providing the schooling at a solid Christian school. I want to thank all my different teachers for everything they invested into my life. Thanks especially to Mr. Peachy for making these last 2 years great. I feel like you invested a lot in each of our lives. Also, thank you for working through chemistry with Jonas and me. I would also like to thank the high schoolers for making it a good year. Some of the times I enjoyed the most with y'all was cleaning on Friday and then playing phys ed, and I also really enjoyed playing volleyball. I feel like some of the best things that I've experienced happened in high school. School for me was always one of those things that never went by very fast, but this last year especially has gone by very quickly. In school, I didn't only learn academics. I learned how to build relationships with people and also how to have meaningful conversations and discussions. I also want to say a big thank you to my boss, Joe Gingrich, for allowing me to work part-time while I was finishing up school. I know there were a few times where I had to ask off short notice for something I had to do in school and also practicing for this program. I'm definitely looking forward to getting out of school and starting to work full-time now. I would also like to thank Mr. Peachy for being flexible with my schedule at work. There were times where it would have been nice if I was at school to practice songs, help out with cleaning, or work on the yearbook. But you always took it graciously if I had already committed to work that day. Thanks also to the yearbook committee for helping me out with the yearbook. I know there were quite a few days where the computer would glitch and completely delete all of that hard day's work. But thanks for all you did in helping work to go smoothly. I really enjoyed taking portraits in the barn and just hanging out together in the library. Thanks for helping me make decisions and also making so we didn't have to finish the yearbook on the last day of school. I really appreciated your help. Thanks also to the school board for all the hard work you put into school and making it a good, safe place for young people. I feel like you especially put a lot of work into planning field trips that would be enjoyable for everyone. So my encouragement to those of you who are still in school is to keep pressing on and don't give up. It may seem like a long time until you will be out of school, but it's actually not that far away, and also time will seem to go faster once you are nearing the end.
Jonas Navon Butts has completed 20 credits of high school curriculum here at our school, Faith Mission Christian School, and we congratulate you with a diploma. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Excellent job on your hard work. Caden Drew Martin has completed an academic diploma, completing 22 credits here at our school. And we as a school, Faith Mission Christian School, would like to congratulate you. Congratulations. Be seated. Thank you, Ruben, for sharing those thoughts on scoring well and continuing on in life as well. Doesn't end here. The next segment this evening will be on our Bible Memory Awards. This year, we memorized the book of Philippians, grades 3 and up. Grades 3 through 11 memorized the entire book, 4 chapters, 104 verses, approximately 2,280 some words. And the first and second graders memorized 87 verses. So we'll be giving awards to those who recited the entire portion at this time. First grade. First grade is receiving a Bible of their own. It is a leather-covered Bible that has their name embossed in the cover. Second grade. Their award this year is a Praises We Sing songbook. Excellent job. Third grade. For a reward, third grade receives the Coals of Fire storybook. Fourth grade. Fourth grade receives a Hymns of the Church hymn book. Fifth grade. This year, fifth grade will receive a Pilgrim's Progress. So sixth grade. Sixth grade receives their own Webster's Dictionary. And seventh grade receives a King James Version reference Bible. Eighth grade. Eighth grade will be receiving Doctrines of the Bible, a study help book. Can be seated. Ninth grade. There's also one fellow in ninth grade, and he is not feeling well, so he's not present tonight. But Elijah also did say his year's portion. And they get a 1-year personalized Bible. Tenth grade. One of the 10th graders is also not present tonight. He is traveling with his family in a foreign country. Alex did say his year's portion as well. they are receiving a Haley's Bible Handbook. And 11th grade. 11th grade will be receiving a Zondervan's Pictorial Bible Dictionary. Excellent job, students, in putting work and effort into that memorization. The next set of awards go to the students who have said not only this year's Bible memory, but also last year's, and some of them have said multiple years' worth of Bible memory this year. So previous years, people, come on up. Our school gives a money reward for those who say extra Bible memory. Lily has said 8 portions. She'll be receiving $45. Zach has said 6 portions, receiving $35. Christopher Yoder, 4 portions, $25. Caleb and Elliot, 3 portions, $20. And Isaac and Alice both said last year's portion, and they'll be receiving $10. We typically give out an award to anyone who has perfect attendance. This year, there was no one. We had much sickness, much traveling, and I don't even think any of the teachers quite had perfect attendance. So we shamefacedly admit that. It is a tradition here that when a teacher chooses to leave, that they give a speech. Even though I feel like maybe you've heard enough from me, I will carry on the tradition. I am honored to be here. It has been a joy to teach. When I was in school, I enjoyed school, but I didn't enjoy it enough, I didn't think, to come back, to choose to be in the same building again for another 5 years. But it has been really, really good. I've enjoyed it. It has stretched me in many good ways. I would say probably what the most rewarding part is watching the students, watching them grow, watching them change, learn, develop. It never gets old. And yeah, things like seeing their jaw drop. When you're reading through a science lesson, they just never knew how those things worked. Or showing them 3 different ways to solve a and it's still coming out to the same answer. But then telling them that they need to do the best way. Bringing real life into story problems, like selling coffee, or selling puppies, or buying things at Walmart. Diagramming sentences on the board that involved them, their names, their parents' names. You don't know how much you were diagrammed this past year. One of my favorite parts this year was singing with my class. I have invested deeply in them, and they have rewarded me so much. Getting them, some of them, to sing confidently in solos, and others not so confidently. Doing Bible trivia in class devotions until I would say, this is a hard question, and immediately they would say, Zipporah, or Tubal Cain, because those were ones that we couldn't figure out the week before. History class sprouts many discussions about world poverty. How could we solve it? Or is our government actually doing the right thing with the decisions that we read on the news? So, lots of good discussions have come up. And I love that. It's also an honor tonight to farewell with 2 of the young men that I got to teach in my first year teaching, somewhat my guinea pigs. Hopefully 8th grade wasn't too tough for you with you being in my class for 7th grade. Congratulations in your work. To all the rest of the students, it has been a joy to be here with you. Keep up the good work. There is a good thing going on here at school, and it's a big part. You play a big part in it. Don't take these months in school for granted. lost my place. There we go. Wishing that you were outside of school, but live each one of them to the fullest. Like Caden mentioned, they go by quickly, especially when you're getting toward the end. So love it. You only get the chance once, unless you come back to teach. To my co-teachers, it has been a joy teaching with you. I got to teach with my sister Hannah 1 year, with Ivan Peachy 2 years, and then with the present 3 teachers, Micah, Melissa, and Tamara. It has been so good. We've had good after-school hashes to solve big problems and little some days, and they're very needed. We appreciate you all bringing snacks and drinks. Please keep doing that for the teachers. They desperately need it. It keeps the stamina going. I think the teamwork that I felt with this team just felt really good, and I'm going to miss that. But I believe the school is in good hands going forward. Thank you to the school board for leading out and for doing a lot of behind-the-scenes work, putting in hours, trying to figure things out and understand things at school. You keep it headed in a good direction, and we really appreciate that. Working for you has been a privilege. It really has. As many of you know, my wife and I, we plan to move to Belize later this summer, toward the end of the summer. We'll be serving at a mission in Belize City. And I think this program, the theme of this program, really fits our journey that we are embarking on really well. We want to share the light to those around us. But hopefully you all can be blessed tonight as you serve wherever you are to share the light of Jesus to the people around you. Us teachers are going to sing a song for you all, and it is called Christ Be Our Light. I might just read one of the verses because as we were singing it together in practice, one of the verses really fits school well. The last verse, many the gifts, many the people, many the hearts that yearn to belong, let us be servants to one another, making your kingdom come. That's what school's about. There's a lot of giftings right here. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of insecure hearts that aren't sure where to belong. And we as teachers try to serve to build the kingdom in our classrooms. So listen closely as we sing. Teachers. Longing for light, we wait in darkness. Longing for truth, we turn to you. Make us your own, your holy people, light for the world to see. Christ be our light, shine in our hearts, shine through the darkness. Christ be our light, shine in your church, gathered today. Longing for peace, our world is troubled. Longing for hope, many despair. Your word alone has power to save us. Make us your living voice. Christ be our light, shine in our hearts, shine through the darkness. Christ be our light, shine in your church, gathered today. Many the gifts, many the people, many the hearts that yearn to belong. Let us be servants to one another, making your kingdom come. Christ be our
church gathered today.
This next song we dedicate to Mr. and Mrs. Yoder as we go through.
Will you come and follow me if I but call your name? Will you go where you don't know and never be the same? Will you let my love be shown? Will you let
Philippians 2:13 through 16.
For it is God which worketh in you, both to will and to do of his good pleasure. Do all things without murmurings and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world, holding forth the word of life, that I may rejoice in the day of Christ, that I have not run in vain, neither labored in vain. May we be a shining light to the nations, a shining light to the peoples of the earth, till the whole world sees the glory of your name. May your good light shine through us. May we be a word of hope to the nations, a word of life to the peoples of the earth, till the whole world knows their salvation through your name. May your mercy flow through us. May we sing a song of joy to the nations, a song of praise to the peoples of the earth, till the whole world rings with the praises of your name. May your song be sung through us. May your song be sung through us.
Our last song this evening is Your Call to Action. Go Light Your World, arranged by Carlin Doe.
There is a candle in every soul, some burning brightly, some dark and cold.
There is a spirit whose rings of fire ignites a candle and makes his home. Carry your candle, run to
See now your sister, misled and broken, still holds a candle without a flame. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. We are a family whose hearts are blazing, so let's raise our candles and light up the sky. Praying to the Father, in the name of Jesus, make us a beacon in darkest night. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. Go light your world.
Thank you. Thank you very much, students, for all your hard work. Thank you to the teachers for the effort. I noticed when they were singing, especially the songs where they held their candles. When they would pull the candle against themselves, they got dimmer. When they held their light out, they got brighter. And I encourage you, as students, and the rest of y'all, to hold out the light God has given you. We have a few announcements tonight that I would like to make here. There is a few school calendars for anyone that wants it for this coming school year here in the back on the shelf. Help yourself.